and the whole digging for oil thing, and that was would you say that was successful? No, because it appears it was successful because they in many cases they didn't even have to fire a shot. They were lifting their hands and surrender.
Well, it was successful maybe for some of the people who were against that tyrannical leader, but when that leader was removed, that whole region went chaotic.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was a good thing. You have to sometimes choose the lesser of the two evils.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's something. You think the Bush administration was a successful administration as far as war against tyranny?
Depends on perspective. Who's the better terrorist, us or them?
Yeah.
Because when you look at it from so many points of view, some can call it liberation, the other one can call it terrorist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's something else. Yeah, we're talking about this military stuff because it is Veterans Day, which is a day that we set aside to honor the veterans. There are those who've gone on. There are those who are alive. There are those who are still in uniform.
Yes.
Now, I just saw a very disturbing statistic last night about suicide.
Mm-hmm.
They said an average of 22 veterans every day commit suicide. Why do you think this is? Is this a part of the postpartum thing?
Yes, I think the post-traumatic distress syndrome has a severe impact on the lives of the brothers and sisters that were there fighting because the violence that they see, the switch that they have to flip in their mind to just kill without reason, kill because you're told to, or to be suspicious. So when you're patrolling, you never know who's going to do what to you versus the old rules of warfare was, okay, we're all going to go to the battlefield. We're going to take formation, your side against my side, like a game of chess or Stratego. Well, now there's a whole lot more of guerrilla warfare going on. Little kids are coming at you.
Sure.
They're arming any and everybody, suicide bombers, all of these different things that you have to look out for. Then when they come back home, they don't know what to expect or suspect because they don't. The switch hasn't been turned off.
Right.
And when they realize what they're doing or about to do, they get tired of the stress.
Yeah.
They get tired of the drama, and so they just want to go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is true. Do you? I don't think. Now I know the draft was in place, and then
I'm so glad it passed me though.
Yeah.
I remember them in high school coming to fill this card out.
Oh,
fill the draft card out.
Oh yeah, I remember when I turned 18, I got a letter in the mail says you need to apply for the selective service.
Yes.
Yeah, you had to do it by law.
Yeah.
At 18, it scared me, and I was like, yeah. Then I kept looking at my feet. I'm flat-feeted. I can't join the military.
Me too. And I said, oh God, I got asthma. And then I decided to enlist. I said, if let me enlist, I'll go into the Navy.
Yeah.
They don't see battle. They just don't, we're cab drivers. We'll take you to the fight.
Oh yeah, I love them.
And then they told me I was too fat.
Oh really?
I said, thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
They said I would rock the boat.
Oh Lord. Well, I told him I'm fighting in the army of the Lord. I can't fight in y'all's army. But I want to join the Navy because of their uniforms.
Okay,
that's why I wanted to join the Navy. I thought, wow, then I saw
they did have the dope uniforms.
They were nice,
even the bell bottoms.
Yeah, oh yeah, they were sweet. And then I saw this movie from back in the day called On the Town with who's the guy from the MGM musicals who would dance a lot, not Fred Astaire, but the other one, Gene Kelly, yeah, and he did a movie called On Town. I saw their outfits, and I'm like, yeah, I want that. But then the Air Force caught my attention, and I said, maybe the Air Force because I want to fly. We all have nobody wants to do boots on the ground.
No.
Yeah, because we see all these horror stories of men in these what do you call those holes?
Foxholes.
The foxholes, things happening to them.
You could remember foxholes?
I couldn't remember. I don't want to talk about it because I didn't want to say it in front of you.
Player. You could
from the Himalaya.
All the foxes and holes you've been in.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean, D? I can't just have a simple show.
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I don't think there are people who are mentally ready for any type of fighting or military wise, because that's why many of them commit suicide. They 22 commit suicide nationwide every day. veterans and those who are in the Army, or the Marines, or what have it. They said 1 or 2 kill themselves.
Wow, that's really alarming.
It is very alarming.
Here's I don't know what the statistics is, but I know I saw on the news the other day how many veterans come home and are killed on the streets.
Yeah, wow.
You know, they survived war,
and
then they get into an altercation or get caught in crossfire right here at home.
Yeah.
So they were safe in a war zone.
Ain't that something? Woo! If you just tuned in, this is our veteran special. We're just gonna spend a few minutes on that. I know that y'all tuned in to hear about bitter black women. You just turn to your right, turn to your left,
or look in the mirror.
Look in the mirror, and now
kiss yourself. What you taste there? You ain't that sweet. You bitter.
Sweet. Yeah.
That's why you put on that sweet smelling fragrance.
Yeah. That is right. So we're gonna go to that subject. I've got a guest coming in just a few minutes. She will be joining us today on the show. I have not had the opportunity of meeting her face to face per se, but I do know her. So Facebook has chimed in on this subject about the bitterness of black women. Okay. And I'll read some things, and we'll go and talk about this, and we'll try to find out, are black women really bitter? I mean, because we need to find out. And people tune in to my show because they want an answer, and in between they want all of the things.
The wiseness and what's. Seems like every woman I'm involved with is bitter.
Yeah. So Heather Cook says, "How about bittersweet?" Yeah, well, she's bittersweet. Heather's a wonderful woman. I love her. Then you got Davinia Tiger Lily Gordon, who will be on our show next week. Tiger Lily. She says, as a whole, no.
Tiger Wood?
Tiger Lily. As a whole, she says, no. Are some? Sure, some are. She says, anyone that has not fully healed from whatever happened to this in the past and is harboring unforgiveness in their hearts is going to be bitter. However, the problem is also the solution. Forgive and get fully healed by turning the situation over to the Lord and leave them in His hands. And then improve and move on. Sad ass Tiger Lily. She pretty much just shut the show down.
Yeah.
We might as well just
get over it.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm afraid to read what Milton Thomas said because he can go there.
Comment would have been somewhere around 1,000, but it just goes to show how smart your male listeners
You see what I'm saying? God. We're sorry, Milton. But we have parting gifts. Thank you for coming to the show, Milton. Even though you failed, that car that you're looking at that we said you can get in curtain number 3, it went to your wife, the bitter one. Yeah, so we've got some things in here that we want to talk about that might bring some light to our issues and vicissitudes of life. Yes, I saw a big word one day and I just used it on the air. Vicissitudes. You can go to the Google and research and see what that means because I can't spell it. All I know is it starts with a V. So what I want to talk about, well, I don't want to get too deep in it because I want my guest to kind of chime in here when she gets here in another few minutes. But I read some things on the interwebs about what do white men think about black women? What do white men think about black women? Okay, because we as brothers we see our sisters on the arms of our white brothers. And some of y'all get upset over that, but you can't understand why the sisters get upset when we have a white woman on our hands. And the thing that I can understand is I thought we were always of the human race. So, I know some of you have preferences where you want to, and we got to do a show about that in the whole interracial relationships.
Ooh.
Yeah, that needs to be talked about. But it says here, do all white men think all black women are hoochie mamas, welfare, childbearing, uneducated, and on and on. All right, and the answer is no.
No, they don't think that.
No. Now, but it says, I don't think all white men feel that way about black women. However, media images.
See, and that's the problem.
Bam. Media images and the lack of interracial socializing have led to a situation where the distinct minority of white men can say that they truly know a black woman.
No.
Even fewer can say with conviction that they trust a black woman in either a business or personal relationship. He says, my friend, former Rutgers Business School professor, Dr. D.T. Ogilvy, co-authored a phenomenal paper about African-American women executives. Wow, African-American women, that's AAWE. There's a name for that. AAWE. Yeah. Her paper.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. When you see a black CEO woman walking up to you, just say, oh. Her paper documents how leadership traits are very different from white women. They're actually similar to white male leadership traits. Yeah. This creates a conflict with many white men, especially those from a generation ages 47 or older. It comes from a mix of racial and gender stereotyping. You hear that expressed in terms like, you're so articulate, or can you believe that this little lady can do yada, yada, yada. That is so true. And even when it comes to trying to be politically correct with a woman who's running for an office, President Obama got in trouble. I remember he says, she's so pretty. And the women looked at that as being, it was a sexist comment because now she's a woman and she's running for an office. So you have to use terms like, oh, look at her and she's pretty.
Should he have said she's handsome?
Exactly. Yes. And and it seems it's so touch and go with this now, especially when you're trying to, it's hard. I mean, we had a woman on the show who's running for mayor, and we were very cordial with her whenever
y'all didn't even let me in the room.
No, we couldn't. We didn't allow you to,
and I had some good questions.
You did. You sure did. But them school kids had you on shutdown.
Yeah.
So it says ignorance and confusion are hardly conducive to a good relationship. The good news is that there are a growing number of white men who know, trust, and rely on their black women colleagues. By the way, if you aren't sure of what a hoochie mama is, I recommend www.urbandictionary.com. Apparently, this must be a white audience.
Wow.
It is a useful tool, especially for white men. Yeah, this must have been a white audience. This is called diversityinc.com. Yeah.
Yeah, some words don't need a dictionary. And
some words just don't need a dictionary.
Because we just make it up and everybody understand it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you make up words every day on this show. Matter of fact, we need to draw up an encyclopedia for you.
When I come from the conflagrations of my articulations, I will give you specifications for the utterances.
Yes, listen, we're going to go to
my larynx.
A short break as we wait on our friend Hinton to come in. I remember in Bush Senior's administration when we was doing Desert Storm, there was a song that they played on the radio all around the clock. It was by Oleta Adams called Get Here.
Oh, yeah. Fell in love with her.
Fell in love with her after that. A lot of people didn't know who she was until that song. And so, let's go ahead and play this song in dedication to the veterans who are out there. This is the Sir Walter Jones Show.
Log on to UrbanBroadcastMedia.com and check out the many services Urban Broadcast Media provides. Whether it's social media, video production, radio broadcasting, or audio recording, we got you covered. The following show is paid programming and does not necessarily express the views and opinions of Urban Broadcast Media and its subsidiaries.
Thank you for listening to UBM Praise.